Nyinyi mtuambie mnataka tufanye nini na chama cha baba Raila Odinga?
In the heart of Bondo, amid grief and history, came a moment that no one expected. As Raila Odinga's body lay before a nation in mourning, two ODM heavyweights Gladys Wanga and Senator Ledama Olekina rose to declare that ODM would remain in government with President William Ruto. But moments later, ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna took the microphone and turned the tide. With precision and authority, he dismantled that narrative in front of Ruto himself, declaring, ODM will remain the official opposition. We are not going anywhere. The stadium erupted. It wasn't just a rebuttal, it was a political reckoning.
The only lasting tribute we can pay to Baba and to perpetuate his legacy is to enhance and continue with the partnership that he started with President William Ruto.
Kenya's political elite gathers for Raila Odinga's final farewell. The day is charged with emotion, but also with tension. President William Ruto sits on the front row, flanked by opposition and government leaders alike. For many, this moment symbolizes a delicate transition. What happens to ODM after Baba? Rumors had swirled all week. Would ODM fold into the government or stand alone as Raila's opposition legacy? That question found its answer on the stage. First to speak was Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga. Confident, emotive and bold. In her eulogy, she declared before a packed stadium, Raila gave us clear instructions that we are in broad-based government. Wewe DJ, usilete mchanganyiko. The crowd roared in laughter, but the undertone was serious. To Wanga, she believes Raila's vision was one of inclusion with President William Ruto and not opposition. Her statement reflected a growing sentiment among some ODM officials who have grown comfortable cooperating with Ruto's administration.
We said always that this our father, when he says left, we go left. When he says right, we go right. When he says fire, we fire. The last instruction he left us with, and with a very clear mind. And I remember him speaking at the burial of the late Dr. Phoebe Asio, and he said he made a clear decision to work with you for the stability and unity of the nation inside the broad-based government. That is the last standing instruction that Baba gave us. And as a people and as a party, that is where we will stand.
But not everyone in ODM agreed, and certainly not Sifuna. Moments later, Narok Senator Ledama Olekina reinforced Wanga's message, saying, before Baba went, he showed us the way. Ledama's tone was emotional, almost reverent. He framed cooperation with Ruto as Raila's final political wisdom. But was it an extension of his handshake politics? But to many ODM loyalists in the crowd, this felt like betrayal. To them, Raila stood for resistance, not assimilation.
Baba will always tell us go right and would not question. And I want to assure you, Mr. President, for what you've done for us, we shall remain united to be able to go the way Baba wanted us to go, to remain in the broad-based government. There are challenges ahead, but we are determined.
Human rights and not violation. Good governance and not betrayal. The mamas began. ODM, it seemed, was now speaking with two voices.
Asante. Mimi ndio Sifuna, katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM, seneta wa Nairobi na naibu kiranja wa walio wachache.
Then came Edwin Sifuna, the man everyone had been waiting for. Calm, confident and deliberate, the Nairobi Senator and ODM Secretary General rose to settle the storm. Because ODM is one of your biggest legacies, he began, addressing Raila's memory. I, as Sifuna, will do everything in my power to keep this party together. even in the face of provocation. And you know what we are talking about.
And in my view, this is not the time to push divisive narratives in ODM. This is not the time. You all know, nyinyi wote mnajua ya kwamba chama cha ODM ni chama cha kila mtu, si ndio? Chama cha Kenya nzima. Na lazima sisi kama viongozi wa chama tuonyeshe umoja ili hawa ndugu zetu ambao ni wanachama wafuate mfano wetu. Nataka niseme hapa mbele yako baba ya kwamba chama hiki ambacho umetuachia, mimi Sifuna sitakuwa baadhi ya wale ambao watachangia kuangusha chama cha Raila Odinga.
The crowd hung on to his words. Then came the punch.
Baba, because ODM is one of your biggest legacies, Your Excellency Baba. I, as Sifuna, will do everything in my power to keep this party united and together. Even in the face of open provocation, Baba, you know what I am talking about. You know why I'm saying that.
Even Ruto's face tightened, his expression unreadable. Sifuna had not only rejected Wanga and Ledama's narrative, he had redrawn ODM's political boundaries. He wasn't reading a eulogy, he was writing the next chapter of opposition politics.
As a community, Your Excellency, and I want to tell you this, don't be shaken. As a community, there is something we believe in, that a leader, before he dies, a leader knows his death, but he doesn't talk about his death. He will show his people before he dies what he wants to be done. He will show his people where to take everything that he has. Raila showed us before he died that he wanted us to be in government.
Mimi Sifuna sitakuwa baadhi ya wale ambao watachangia kuangusha chama cha Raila Odinga.
But Sifuna didn't stop there. He turned his focus inward to ODM's leadership. This is not the time to push divisive narratives within ODM. ODM is a party for everyone. We as leaders should show unity so that others can follow suit. He urged restraint, calling for a return to the people. It was a plea for discipline, but also a veiled warning to those using Raila's death for political repositioning. At that moment, Sifuna reminded everyone that ODM's power doesn't come from alliances, not speeches. It comes from its roots, the people. As the crowd roared and ODM's leaders exchanged glances, one man sat still. President William Ruto. He had come to honor his rival, turned friend. But what he witnessed was a political rebirth. ODM's internal tensions had just burst into public view, but so had its resolve. In the theater of Kenyan politics, this was pure symbolism. The ruling president watching the opposition reclaim its voice at the grave of its founder. In Bondo that day, as Raila Odinga was laid to rest, one truth emerged. ODM is far from finished. Because when Sifuna spoke, it wasn't just defiance, it was renewal. And in that moment, the opposition found its heartbeat. What do you think of Sifuna's speech? Do you think ODM will kick Sifuna out of ODM? Drop your comments. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Bushabi Jr.